the shark bait has such teeth.
In Hong Kong,
Oh, that's right.
a betrayed wife is legally allowed to kill her adulterous husband.
Uh-oh.
But there's more. But may only do so with her bare hands. The husband's illicit lover, however, may be killed in any manner desired.
Whoa. By the wife?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, the only thing I didn't say, like, is she allowed to get people to hold you down and kill you with their bare hands? Because that would be pretty painful.
Yeah, right.
Like, at first I thought, yeah, well, no, they're not going to kill me with my bare hands. But if they have a little help, holy shit, that would be tough.
Wow. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Bare
not even
hands.
sure what to say to that.
Yeah, that's some
I
serious...
wouldn't.
Why is infidelity so
I don't know,
high a
but
priority over there?
I wouldn't marry a wrestler or an MMA fighter. That's for damn sure. Getting killed with your bare hands. I do not want that.
No, I'm out on that.
Okay. Well, then, welcome to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. Right here, we have a sign. We have a sign. And we are 720 pounds of podcast proclivity. Now, it came to my attention today. One of our team members, Miller, who does the beer, he's lost 60 pounds.
Holy shit.
And I know.
That's a big number.
It's a huge number. And not in that long a period of time, too. I am going to ask him how he did it. But if he says he cut out like carbs, I'm Italian. And that's not that's off the table.
I am with you.
Okay. But besides 720 pounds, which we might be more, we're going to cover that a little bit later. We probably a little more than that today. We're the only, the only Category 5 podcast in the whole universe. And I just asked you to find another one. And that thing you sent me, who asked that question about Category 5 podcast? Was that you that asked that?
No, wasn't that a...
It was some kind of artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
right? But who asked
it was
them?
Flip. It Flip
Oh,
sent
okay,
it.
okay,
Yeah, Flip
all right,
sent it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we are the only Category 5 podcast, and that's every segment. Every segment now, we're Category 5.
It shows.
It does. And our viewership has gone up since we've become Category 5. And what is a Category 5? You better be prepared. It could be danger. It's moving around all the time. There's a lot of shit that goes on with Category 5. So
Ravishing good looks.
Boy, I didn't have that on my list. Anyway, what we do here is we give you the dive bar experience, but you don't have to go. You might think it's too expensive, too cold to go out. You just don't have the time. You don't have to. You sit right where you are right now, and we'll give you the experience. We've both already started drinking, and we probably shouldn't be because we drank plenty last night. But still, we decided to get to it. We're going to talk about dive bar shit. And we're going to drink, and you're going to have that experience without leaving your room. You don't have to worry about parking, fighting anybody. It's free for you.
That's right.
So what the hell? Why wouldn't you do this?
Yeah, nobody challenged you to arm wrestling.
That's right, right. Phone your neighbors, wake your kids. Fucking get on this shit, huh? Okay. Today, we're also, as I've been mentioning, we're kind of the Ed Sullivans of podcasting because we give you a variety. We just don't talk about one little thing. We don't talk about 50-watt light bulbs or LED light bulbs. No, we give you a whole lot of shit today, just today. And I'm skipping the intro, which we got a lot of good shit coming up. Dear Tiny, we're going to talk some about nicknames. We got Transylvanian brain freeze. We got the movie game. We got the music game where we're going for number 58 today.
That's right.
58 in a row. We got Argy Bargy that I just changed this morning.
Whoa.
Just changed it this morning. And boy, I got a lot of Argy Bargies. I guess I bitch a lot because I keep thinking I'm going to run out and I just keep coming up with more. Would you rather? One of the most exciting and close ones we've had, it's going to be Selena Gomez versus Miley Cyrus. Wow. And I'm not saying we had the most votes of all time. We've had the most comments of all time.
Interesting.
And then we end with Samurai Chatter where you get to know Tiny and I on a personal level. By the way, that's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. Now, right there, PGH Dive Bar Talk.com. I know everybody says it, but I think you really should go to our website.
Sure.
Especially right now. Okay. Miller, the guy that lost 60 pounds, he's been rating non-alcoholic beers because that's part of the reason how he's losing his weight, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, he must have been drinking a lot, though.
That's a lot.
I rate you a pizza every few weeks. We have lovely photos. What could be better than lovely photos, right?
That's it. We took a couple more last night.
We did. Although Guru never sent me to one of you. You can write to Dear Tiny. Our next segment's going to be Dear Tiny. You can write to him anything, relationships, life. It doesn't matter. He'll answer your damn question. Our pick 3 is comic strips.
Yeah.
And our choose 3 is actually fairly popular this week.
Yeah.
And it's we give you a list of 8. You don't even have to fucking think. On the comic strips, you do have to think a little bit. But on the choose 3, you don't even have to think. You just put down. Now, last night, I had Guru and Tarzan do it. Have you done choose 3 yet?
I think so.
Are you sure?
No?
I don't think so. How am I going to get these people to do it?
We'll come through at the end. Don't worry.
All right. And, I feel bad about this. I know you don't go to our website very often, but Jane has a feel-good song on there.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I never talk about that.
No.
You go on our website, not only we have all that stuff, and like I said, it's G-rated. It's not like this. And there's a feel-good song. You hit a button, and a feel-good song will come up for you. So, and it's all free. So why wouldn't you fucking do that?
That's right.
Okay, yesterday we had beer night,
Yes,
and something strange happened. We're sitting there, and the bartendress comes up and says, "Hey, someone called, and everything's free tonight." And of course, we didn't fucking believe her.
The skeptics we are.
Oh, absolutely. Who would buy us anything? Turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Turned out to be true. And boy, did we eat and drink a lot.
Man.
And our website woman, Jane, because it was Guru's birthday, picked up the tab unbeknownst to us.
That was awesome.
And what a wonderful gesture.
Oh, man, it was so awesome.
Man.
I haven't eaten since.
No, me either. Yeah, she not only did we order what we ordered, then she added a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah.
And I am full. I am full. But thank you, Jane. And for those of you out there, if you can't think of something to buy someone, what a great gift, because it was Guru's birthday.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to get him.
We talked about it all
we
night.
Did. Yeah, we did. No one's ever bought us anything.
No.
But it's probably true with a lot of your friends too. So yeah, she just called ahead and said, "Hey, their meal's on us, on me."
Yeah.
And that was a great thing, Jane.
Awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay. A little bit about my personal shit that I'm not supposed to do here because it humanizes me.
Right.
On Tuesday, so I'm not going to just humanize myself, but I'm going to talk about it as it goes with the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tuesday, I used to work on the east side of Pittsburgh, and I never go there anymore now that I'm retired. But I had a dentist appointment, so then I got my hair cut, and I had lunch with my old boss. Now, Marcy, my hygienist for 26 years. Not many people have had a hygienist for 26 years. When I started, she was a hot young chick, and now she's a hot middle-aged woman.
Yeah.
But when I started, I was a ugly middle-aged man, but now I'm a decent-looking old guy because, well, most old people get real ugly, and I've already been ugly. So I think I've moved up to mediocre. Marcy still hadn't put the moves on me yet. But anyway, okay, let me get to the podcast part. My fault. I don't want to get on to my Marcy fantasies, although I'd like to.
Right.
She said, yeah, I put on your podcast the other day. There was a third guy there with you. Oh. That's when we had Jeff on with us. How long ago was that?
Oh, geez. That was like 10, 11 episodes.
Yeah. So she's not caught up. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Then I go to my barber, 2-Minute Tony. Been with him for 32 years.
Yeah.
And he's getting up there. Mm-hmm. He told me, I think this was a quote, yeah, my sons watch your internet thing. So if you're 2-Minute Tony sons, thanks for watching our internet thing here.
Right.
And then
that's an accurate description.
That is. And then I had lunch with my old boss, who I've known for 58 years.
Okay.
Knew him when I was in junior high.
Yep.
And he does watch pretty often.
Wow.
But he referred back. I get out of the car. He hands me a belt. there was, when I talked about my daughter's, I hadn't seen Frank in a long time, talked about my daughter's wedding and my pants were falling down. He bought me a belt that fit all. One size fits all. So, Marcy, Tony, Frank, thank you all for that. Moving on. Last week, I did a list of things classy people don't say, and it fit him to a T because he says them all. But now I got to turn the tide on me.
Uh-oh.
I get these things about podcasts all the time. And the guy said, here's a list if you want to have a mediocre podcast.
Uh-oh.
And I'm guilty of almost all of them. It said, don't watch other podcasts. I don't. I've never seen another one. Don't research your competition. I don't even know who our competition is. How the fuck am I supposed to research them? And he refused to accept criticism. I've always refused to accept criticism, not just now, and I'm not going to start. So now, fuck you if you want to criticize me. I am not accepting it, but I guess that's why this is a mediocre podcast. There were a few others I was guilty of too.
Okay.
But yeah, competition. We're Dive Bar Talk. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to give you the dive bar experience.
And to me, that to me seems like he's baiting into, the only way some people only make themselves popular when they go after somebody that is already like, what are we supposed to do? We got to go to war with Joe Rogan or whatever? Like, who fucking cares?
I know, exactly.
Like, that's a dumb thing.
I didn't like it either. Plus, the guy, I even like his, he puts out something every day, but he's trying to sell you something.
Yeah,
of course.
Here's what I can,
Okay, we're going to move to New Scientist magazine. I read it, so you don't have to and you don't have to. These are 3 headlines from this week. The rat population in cities are booming. And now they say it's because of the planet warming. First of all, if you've been outside for the last 2 months, the planet ain't warming around here, number one. But number two, I know why the rat populations are booming. Remember last week, those rats in Houston because of the 400,000 pounds of marijuana?
Right.
Yeah, that got out. The rats found out. They're hanging out the police station. I guarantee it, because if you watched last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, rats are eating 400,000 pounds of marijuana, and I think mushrooms too.
Yeah.
So that's why once that gets out, rats. Yeah, they'll copy. They'll copy. Yep. Not just apes that copy. Okay. Here's something you probably don't know. Salamanders feel their toes with blood before each step. I didn't read that one. I don't know why they do that, but they do it.
Wow. There you go.
And this one's going to be the interest you the most.
Uh-oh.
Aerial urine may help dolphins communicate. But it just said may help. If you're going to come up with that shit, shouldn't you know? These are scientists. I'm supposed to be reading about the best scientists. That's why I subscribe.
Yeah.
It may help them communicate. And what's aerial urine?
Do they have to do their loops to jump in the air?
I don't know. Or if it just swirls around in the water. Is that aerial? Because that's their natural habitat. I don't know. I got a very...
Wasn't Ariel... Wasn't she the Little Mermaid?
She was.
Yeah,
she was. Oh, maybe they're pissing on her. Didn't we have we had a fun fact about that once, didn't we? About peeing on somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe that was just us two talking off air. I know we talked about it. Golden showers, they're great.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I got a very mediocre numerology for us.
Ooh.
And you kind of got on the years old. We are kind of running out here.
I'm glad for that.
Let's see if you know these. These people are 92 years old, because this is episode 92, by the way. Do you know Bob Pettit?
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah, okay. He was a good basketball player way back. Well, obviously he's 92.
I have the posters of the NBA, the top 50 at 50 and the top 70. I have the posters of those guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Petula Clark. You know her?
Mm-hmm.
She's music. She's music. Yeah. She sang Downtown.
Oh, I know the song.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And then I know you don't know this person looking at you, Jenny Craig. Those 3 are 92. Bob Pettit, Petula Clark, Jenny Craig. Yeah. We'll pretend like we don't want to have lunch with any of those. No. Now, born in 92 gets a little more interesting. Okay. We might be able to get a coochies and onions and cat piss out of this, but we'll see, because we already got the would you rather. Mm-hmm. Born in 92, Selena Gomez, Cardi B, Neymar. Am I pronouncing that right? He's a soccer player. I don't know either. Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, Taylor Lautner, Nick Jonas, Lainey Wilson, who just married.
We used her in something at one point.
But no, what was our goofy quarterback?
Duck.
Duck
Yeah,
Hodges. Yeah. And Odell Beckham Jr. was born in 92.
Okay.
I don't think we have to talk about that because we're going to talk about Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus coming up. And number 92, some pretty good players.
Wait, let me see if I can guess the first one.
All right.
Reggie White.
Yeah. And then you want to guess another one?
I mean, Harrison.
That's what I did too.
92.
And then Michael Strahan.
Oh, Strahan
is 92.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
And then, I went 2 Pittsburgh guys, although there weren't too many more. Jason Gilden.
Gilden, yep.
And then I went hockey. Rick Tocchet was
92.
Yeah. And then usually I talk about the number 92, why it's interesting. I did not see one thing interesting 92. So this is my last thing for the intro. And this is totally unrelated to numerology. But I saw this on the news right before I came up here. The Menendez brothers, they're saying they got mistreated in jail. Isn't that too bad? Well, here's my advice to you, Menendez brothers. Don't kill your fucking parents. Then you won't fucking go to jail, you dumb fucks. Holy shit. Are we supposed to have sympathy because people mistreated them in jail?
That was a thing there not too long ago. Remember, they were going to be up for parole.
Oh, they are, I think.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, but don't bitch about how you're treated there. Don't kill your parents. That's pretty simple, isn't it?
Before you sign off, 2 quick things.
Yeah.
First, I didn't tell you this pre-production. We got our notice this week.
Is it good or bad?
Well, we got 2. First, we got banned for Mac the Knife. But secondly,
and how many times have we done Mac the Knife? Every one,
91
right?
episodes.
And we got banned one time.
Well, no, we've been banned before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
More importantly, and to end on good news, before I say this, I want to remind everyone we are on Spotify in video now. I want to remind everybody again. So anybody that doesn't have YouTube or whatever, Spotify video does work. We got a notice this week from YouTube. 250,000 views. We surpassed that mark this week. So
damn.
Thanks, everybody. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
250,000.
And by the way, back to our website, pghdivebartalk.com. You can pick up any of our old podcasts, right?
They're all there.
Yeah. The current one, and then you go to former ones, and they're all there.
Yep.
So
that's it.
That's it for the intro. Now we're coming up with 3 letters to Dear Tiny. Welcome back, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, episode 92. Count them, 92. Now we're in our 5th or 6th installment of Dear Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's taken off like everything else because we're category 5. That's why.
Right.
And not just in the intro. This is a category 5 Dear Tiny, too.
Right.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Yep.
Okay, this first one's from Rub One Off.
Yeah.
Dear Tiny, since you work remotely, do you ever rub one off during a Zoom meeting?
Oh, now see, no, that's something you got to watch. The good thing is most of the laptops have the little flip thing.
Yeah.
So no, if I'm not during the meeting, if I may or may not have maybe unplugged my computer and closed it and rubbed one out in my office, but the computer was closed at that point. So yeah, I might have done that, but not during a meeting. I've seen too many accidents that way.
At the end of my work time, it was during COVID, so we had a shitload of Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
And you see all the people that are up there. I can't say that I rubbed one off, but I certainly fantasized pretty damn strongly. And then if the one would get off, then I'd keep going through to see, okay, who's the next best looking one?
This elicits my friend Brian Kerpiel. We have had several discussions about hot versus bank hot. And we've spent many minutes debating that topic itself.
I think that's true in almost every facet of life. I mean, those of you students out there, when you walk into class the first day, you think, there's not much in here. By the fifth week, oh yeah, she's gorgeous, she's nice, and I'd do those 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exactly
just
right.
how it is.
Yep.
Okay. Second letter. This is from Prepared.
Ooh, right.
Dear Tiny, I'm putting together a bug out bag, a single backpack containing only essentials in the event of a national emergency. I no longer have access to the grid. Regarding jacking materials, I only have room for 1 magazine. Which one should I choose? Boy, did you write the right guy, Prepared.
I have a very detailed...
I'm sure you do.
He came to the right place.
Oh, he did.
I have a very detailed answer for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're going to... How I'll reach my conclusion, I'm going to give you, the X and Y axis from algebra and all that. So my X axis going out is time over time. And I'm going to say, and then my Y axis, it's going to be based on, so there's three prominent, I'd love to try to incorporate jugs into this answer because they always reference that on Married with Children. That was their favorite community mag. But I can't do that. My Y axis in this case, it's going to be, the lowest one's going to be Playboy because that's the cleanest of all of them. Then Penthouse is probably next. And then the dirtiest is the Hustler. Hustler's for the top of the Y-axis for me. So the timeline going out, and then the Playboy, Penthouse, Hustler going up the Y-axis. So in my age group, 80s, man, that was tough. You had all these girls that looked like dudes with, and that was a rough time for me. I there aren't too many 80s chicks. Ginger Lynn, okay, yeah, I'm into that one, but they're few and far between for me. Not okay. So that takes you 90s. Things got crazy a little bit in the 90s. All these chicks started putting all these, they were putting these fake beach balls on their bodies. They looked all disproportionate and everything. Howard Stern's shock jock thing took off and they were doing all this crazy shit. It just looked weird. Then 2000s, I felt like there was a little bit of a regression back to the norm. There were still big fake tits out there, but they didn't look as...
Boy, Prepared. You didn't know you were going to get this shit, did you?
I have a conclusive answer here.
Okay. All right, my bad.
So 2010s, that's when shit got weird. Chicks with dicks and 2 dicks and all kinds of nonsense, and and that got us into 2020. I'm kind of out of touch. Most of the magazines don't exist anymore in that case. So if you look at that XY axis as you go out, the sweet spot you're going to find. I bet she's on the cover. I didn't research this part. 2004 Jenna Jameson on Hustler magazine. Okay, that's the answer to this question.
Well, I gotta say, that's a very detailed answer. That's I think I had something to say, but I'm gonna step aside. I gotta give it to our pro here.
She's probably one of my all-time favorites.
Well,
and she was at her peak at that point, in my humble opinion.
She has that attitude too. Yeah, she'd be a good one to jack off to.
There you go.
Okay,
2004 Jenna Jameson.
Okay, there you got it. Okay, this last letter, and by the way, I couldn't get to all of them this week, but if you keep, we'll eventually get to every letter that's submitted to us.
There you go.
But this one's from, this is a surprise for Tiny. He doesn't hear this one. This is from Munhall Millie. Dear Tiny, my husband is only nice to me when he wants sex. He's a piece of shit all the other times. What do I do?
You sure that wasn't Munhall Misty?
She did come from pretty close to there, didn't she?
It sounds like you just need to put out more, is what it sounds like to me.
That's kind of my answer. I thought, if you make sex as good as it can be, then he'll always be nice to you, right? So
very simple.
And in Munhall, that's not that tough to do. You're all pretty loose down there already, anyway. So just go back to the question before. Prepared. Look at that 2004 magazine and see what you have to do to make your husband a little bit happier there, Munhall Millie. Okay, we'll be
Yeah.
back, and this next segment is going to be weird because we haven't talked about it, and I don't know where we're going to go with it. It's about nicknames, but I don't know what we're going to do, and if we should even do it. But we'll talk in the next minute. But it'll be just like we're coming right back for you.
Right.
All right, Dive Bar Talk's your song. We're doing another take. Let's try it out.
Okay, to you're just right back here, but we had a quick production meeting, and I don't know that we came up with a good solution, but we came up with a solution.
Yeah.
So what I told Tiny yesterday or 2 days ago is come up with some nicknames you had for either college or high school kids, and then I made a big list, but this list is too fucking long. First of all, let's go to you. You're going to talk about a couple nicknames you had in college or high school.
Just high school, just quick ones. Mooney was one, and it wasn't because he mooned anybody. He did the moonwalk on the school bus when we were in like third grade, and he still, the name still sticks to this day. Mooney.
I like the ones that stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, another one that didn't come around. He wasn't Guru in high school. Everyone thinks
he wasn't?
He was not Guru.
When did he become Guru?
After we graduated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Must have been a Penn State Shenango. Yeah.
But he was a guru back then.
Oh,
wasn't he?
the traits were all there. The nickname just hadn't been added yet.
By the way, he said he was going to come today. I don't see him.
No, I'm not.
And he's not watching either because I told him we talked about him last week, and he said, "Yeah, I may have to catch that."
Yeah.
His best friend for years doesn't watch us.
Yeah, and there's one here. He actually had a couple different ones. It first turned into Fresh Young Scotty G because of do you remember Perfect Strangers with Balki Bartakamus?
Yeah.
They did like a rap thing where he was Fresh Young Balky B or something like that, and so we named him Fresh Young Scotty, and that kind of morphed into this thing called, we call him Frushi, because you remember the chef from the Muppets, and they did a cereal. I forget what the cereal was called, but when you said it like the chef, it sounded like fresh, and so we morphed into Frushi somehow.
So is he still Frushi?
He hates it, so we still bring it up.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
As it should be.
right. So those are three quick ones.
All right. Well, I made too big of a list. So I'm going to do away with high school and basketball camp, which were some good ones. Well, we'll come back to this someday. Maybe next week. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. But these are all people in college that I lived with. Now, I was in college for a long time. And now some of them I lived in the dorm with. I didn't live in the same room with. Okay. But all under the same roof, all these people. Pitts, Pig Bottom, Joint, Mush Mind, Stoop Niggle, Fiber, Bubble Butt, Sewer Pipe. I lived with all these people. Tex, Groundhog, Bama, Meatball, Tommy Chop Chop, Fat Leonard, Bozo, Dumbo, the DeBlozo Brothers.
That sounds like a wrestling tag team.
I came up with that when I was fucked up.
How many of these did you come up with?
About half of them. Cannon, Baboon, the eighth wonder of the world, and I'm not lying about this, shit.
And he made the show not too long ago, right? Or was that off air? Where his parents called and that
was off air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that was off air.
Okay.
I don't know though. I don't know.
His parents called and said,
No, I should. It's my nickname. It's a long story. Because I answered. I said, "Shit, phone." So those are people in my illustrious college career that I spent time under the same roof with. I don't know. Do you have? Like I said,
there were
the DeBlozo brothers. I came up with when I was real fucked up. And I'll just talk about one more. The eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah, there you go.
He came up for a semester with $10 in his pocket. He didn't work, yet somehow He ate okay, and he was drunk with us every fucking.
Nice.
I don't know how he fucking did
Good
it.
for him.
Yeah, the eighth wonder of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
We
impressive.
don't know how he did.
He made egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for him.
And this is just very typical of what you think of the eighth wonder of the world. I actually lived with him for 2 semesters.
Okay.
I actually went to high school with him too.
Oh, wow.
And he said it was spring break. I said, hey, he's going home. I was going, I'll see you in a week. Haven't seen or heard from him since. The eighth wonder of the world. Just, and I'm sure you all have people like that.
Well, that nickname for me always represents Andre the Giant. That was his nickname. So, but yeah, we certainly the ones that just fell off the planet for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, he got his because we don't know how he ate and how he
That's
drank.
funny.
And he was always mooching, and but he fucking made it.
Hey.
He made it. Good for him.
There you go.
Okay, we'll be back with Transylvanian brain freeze.
Transylvania brain freeze.
Let me mention before we get into Transylvania brain freeze, we come to you live from the cathedral. And once again, the cathedral's pretty fucking cold. Yeah. We're bringing you this experience of a dive bar talk, but you think we're in some nice warm dive bar? We are not.
We're at a dive bar that only pays their heat bill every other month.
We're in a damn garage that's cold as shit, and he got back late today, so he didn't even have time to warm it up before I got here. This is pretty damn cold.
Yeah. The worst part is the coldest part is behind us. So by the end of the show, like the whole backside of me is really cold.
See, why aren't you wearing a jacket? See, I have this shtick
Yeah,
of a
but-
Hawaiian shirt, so I kind of have to stick with it because I have a coat behind me, but I think I guess I shouldn't because I have my shtick.
Yeah.
But your shtick is nothing.
I have
Why don't
it.
you put
It's
the
a-
fucking coat on?
That's a little.
You can't even read your shirt. What the fuck does that say?
No, I forget.
Okay,
I don't know. But
okay.
no, I'm uncomfortable sitting like that. I've done it a couple times before, but it's uncomfortable.
All right. Let's move on for our
Please.
home viewers, okay?
Yes.
England's Earl of Yarmouth sued his parents for trauma.
Oh.
Why? On his 30th birthday,
Mm.
they had the audacity.
Oh no.
He did not inherit his family's 6,000-acre, $105 million estate. He said, it upended my life and forced me to seek professional help and counseling.
Wow.
I swear to God.
What an ungrateful dick.
Absolutely. So my suggestion to him
Yeah.
is denounce royalty, move to LA, and start your brand.
There you go.
Yeah, you be with Huckamuck fucking Meghan.
Yeah,
Seems to work for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe start the Invictus Games, or those are for poor people that got wounded in war. You get people that maybe got hurt walking off the fucking sidewalk. You know, it's limitless. It's limitless.
Sure.
But yeah, you don't feel too sorry for the Earl of Yarmouth, do you?
No, I do not. No.
Me either.
Shame,
Me either. All right, I got 2 more. This is for Valentine's Day, which was passed. Although I don't see why they wouldn't do this the whole year. The Memphis Zoo created a promotion enabling people to send former lovers a video of an elephant taking a shit. I don't make this up, people. This is real. This is real. You know what it costs?
Yeah.
$10.
Oh, that's not a bad deal.
No, I might get in touch with them. I don't want to send it to a former lover. I just want to watch an elephant take a shit for $10.
Oh, here's a would you rather for down the road. Would you rather get a thing from an ex, an elephant taking a shit, or his new girlfriend farting on camera?
Once again, I don't know if I explained. That was last week.
Yeah.
Watching someone fart, unless there's sound, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm taking the elephant, by the way. In that case.
me too. Me too. I don't like that girl. I just don't like that
that's
girl.
annoying.
And I don't know her unless
No.
she better be hot as fuck.
Yeah, there's no way she is.
No,
There's
hell
way
no.
she
Hell
is.
no hot chick would
No.
do that. Zoo officials said, if you have an ex that deserves a stinking surprise, let an elephant do the talking. They said it's also suitable for an annoying neighbor or an overbearing mother-in-law. or maybe a mother in some people's cases.
I'll tell Misty about it.
$10. What the hell?
That's yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they will send it via the internet. You know, you might be able to get that.
Yeah, right.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to look into that.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe next week you'll get to watch an elephant shit from Memphis. How about that? Some people want to hear Elvis, or they have the Martin Luther King Museum down there, but an elephant shitting from Memphis, that's got to be better than Beale Street, don't you think?
I would think.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've been there though.
I have too.
Yeah,
the Memphis Zoo,
not
or
the Memphis Zoo, Beale.
Yeah, I've been to Beale Street, and I've been to the Civil Rights Museum, and I've been to Elvis's house too. You didn't do that?
No, I didn't get to do that.
What the fuck did you do?
I was there for work. I went to an NBA game, and I played pool at the Fox and the Hound with Mike Miller and Pau Gasol.
Okay, well, I've told this story once, I think, but I'm going to tell it again because we get a lot of new viewers.
Yeah,
I'm in the Civil Rights Museum with my daughter and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 other white people and about 100 black people.
Yep.
No problem. I'm a basketball coach.
Right.
But you know, when you're walking at a museum type place, you're looking at the different things and you get separated.
Yeah.
So I look up and I don't see where my wife and my daughter are. And I'm in this room, and it's the room that gives you the most stress because it's hangings.
Oh,
and
geez.
and then I started to feel a little uncomfortable, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
What you should, because who wants to see that shit?
They like have dead. They have people hanging in there.
Not like the
Faces
pictures,
of death
pictures.
shit. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, they do.
Like faces of death. Wow.
Oh yeah, big
Okay.
time.
All right.
So I'm there looking at one of the photos of someone hanging.
Yeah.
And this big dude came up to me and says, "What do you think?" And I thought, if I don't answer this right, there's a good chance I'm going to fucking die.
You'll be the one hanging.
And then I looked around. I don't see my wife, my daughter. I want to hug them before I go. And I'm stammering. I don't know what the fuck to say. And
that's our first.
After he said, "Well, what do you think?" Then he pointed. I had a Steelers shirt on. He said, "About the Steelers, what do you think they're going to do this year?" I let out the biggest sigh of all time. That was my main experience at the Civil Rights Museum. I thought I was going to get fucking shot in that hotel room. But anyway, I'm moving along now. Okay. 33-year-old, they wouldn't give her name. Miss A, they called her.
Okay.
She went to the Chinese plastic surgery hospital to have her hemifacial atrophy treated.
Whoa.
In order to improve her facial symmetry.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the left side of her face was atrophied and her left eyeball was sunken a bit.
Okay.
And so after careful examination, the medical team, a bunch of doctors, decided to use, now I don't know what this is, autogos fat grafting to mitigate the effects of her condition.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. That's not.
And so far, you got what you're with me. So they were grafting behind her eyeball.
Okay.
And the doctors found not one, not two.
Oh no.
5 contact lenses behind her eyeball. Mrs. A told the doctors, "I've lost several contact lenses in the past few months, but I didn't know where they were." Now, Mrs. A is a dumb fuck. But what about that medical team? They were grafting skin, and wouldn't you see those?
Wouldn't they do some kind of check? I gotta imagine those come up in some kind of scan or something.
I would think.
There's that many. Like you got like a whole ball of cellophane back there.
I'm telling you. So I guess the lesson to be learned there is don't wear a Steelers shirt to the Memphis Civil Rights Museum, and
take your contacts out.
Make sure when you take you don't take your contacts out, you know where the fuck they are. How about that? Okay, we will be back with the movie game.
Don't Dive Bar Show. I do everyone.
Once again, we were fairly funny off the air, although he was also a dumb fuck. I don't know that I'm going to get into that because I think we got to keep this moving because we're cold as hell. But yeah, he was a complete dumb fuck in life, not in podcasting, but in life.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to get this. You're going to get this movie.
Okay.
If you don't, you should be shot. Okay. In the movie game, I give you characters in the movie, and then I'll give you a few actors if you can't get that. You at home, you can pause, but
don't cheat.
No, don't cheat. Don't cheat. You
save
get nothing
that for money or
right.
gambling.
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
And don't cheat in Hong Kong.
No. Someone will beat you with their bare hands, and I'm not telling beat you. They beat you till you're fucking dead in Hong Kong. Yeah, don't cheat in Hong Kong. That's for sure. That might be the best advice you've ever given.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was just free. That wasn't even from Dear Tiny.
Hey,
no one even asked you that.
I think that might have been my best Dear Tiny ep yet.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that number 2, that was good. That was good.
You know,
the other 2 were average.
Bell curve diagram. How much better can you?
I
get?
I know.
Right.
Maybe I should give you the things beforehand. Usually you don't prepare, but you had that one prepared. Of course, it was about jacking off to a magazine. I should have figured Mr. Pornography would have that. Okay, let's get to the actual movie game. Okay,
we've digressed too much.
We digress quite a bit. Okay, how about Pumpkin? I thought you might even get it from that. This is more your movie than mine. I want to watch it again. No, I've seen it, but not for a long time.
Okay.
Honey Bunny.
Okay.
You might even have it.
I have a guess based on that one.
Okay. Butch Coolidge.
Yeah, I was
Jules Winfield. You guys can pause, but he's already got it. Mia Wallace and Vincent Vega.
Yeah. And
you got it, right? But I'll go for our home viewers.
Yeah.
John Travolta and Uma Thurman. And what movie is this?
Nobody fucks Mr. Wallace but Mrs. Wallace. Yeah. This is Pulp Fiction.
Yes, very good. I thought you'd get that because I think that was in your list. Although, it's funny.
Yeah.
You had that list and I wrote it down and I can't find it. But when I saw this one, I said, I think this was on Tiny's list.
Yeah, there's so many good lines from this too. That's a great.
Like I said, I haven't seen it for a long time. I need to watch it again. It's going to be on in like a week and a half or something.
Yeah.
Like that. What year?
It's got to be like 94.
Woo!
Yeah,
man. Mm-hmm. You know what? I didn't. My grandson's coming to town, so I didn't bring my noise. Oh, here we go. There, Tiny's 2 for 2.
Yeah,
2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a few things about this movie. Only cost $8 million to make.
I believe that,
and it made $214 million at the box office.
Wow!
So someone patting themselves. I imagine they're still doing movies now. You get one like that, I think you're good for life.
Well, Tarantino was on fire with this too. This is like his 3rd hit in a row. Yeah. And
this first fun fact: the word "fuck" is used 265 times.
Nice.
They're kicking our ass. I think maybe we have to step up a little bit.
We should do it. I don't want to do this because it'd be so much work. If we did a tally every time we said "fuck" on the podcast and put like a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I don't want to do it just to up the number,
South Park,
fuck.
South Park did that once.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Mickey Rourke passed on the role of Butch in order to pursue his boxing career. He later regretted it. Let me tell you something. If you're like in your late 20s or 30, don't pursue a boxing career. It ain't fucking working. Be an actor. That's got to be one of the easiest jobs in the world, doesn't it?
I mean, come on.
I mean,
we play characters.
Yeah,
we can do it.
Because we're fictional characters, yet we're real. How do we do it?
It ain't easy.
No, it's not easy, but we fucking do it.
That's right.
Fucking do it. So, I think here's one thing I am positive.
Yeah.
I know I'd be a better actor than a boxer.
Yeah.
All right. One more thing. Marcellus and Mia.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were married, they never spoke to each other on the screen. And they were just seen together poolside once, but they never actually spoke to each other. Did you know that?
I didn't, but now that you say it, that makes sense. Just going through. I saw an interview with Tarantino once where he was with Bruce Willis, and Bruce wanted to play the part Travolta played, and like was adamant about doing it. And he's like, I really want Travolta to play it. And so he created the whole boxing thing for him. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll have more. I don't remember as well as I want to, so I am going to watch it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All righty. There you got it. That's not just from anyone telling you this. That's Dear Tiny, who knows when the best time to have what magazine to jack off for the rest of eternity.
That's right.
Okay, we will be back. Now, okay, fun's over. We'll be back with a music game because we thought we beat Joe DiMaggio, but then we saw that San Francisco Seal record of 61. So now we're not there yet. Back up with the fucking music game.
There we go.
Welcome back, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, number 92. But this is the 58th installment of the music game. And between Tiny and Paul G, they have not missed a single one yet. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see if we can keep this going. Like I said, Joe DiMaggio's hitting streak was 56. They beat it, but then I found out he had a 61-game hitting streak for the San Francisco Seals. Look it up. Mm-hmm. And now that's what we're trying to get.
Yeah.
And let's see if Paul G can rest easy after this next couple minutes or if you come through.
Yeah.
Okay. I give the lyrics. Tiny tries to get, and you also, once again, you can pause, don't cheat. You're trying to get the name of the song, the artist or the group, and the year. But if you just get the name, consider yourself a success. When I'm driving in my car and the man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to drive my imagination.
Ooh, uh-oh.
I'll try to sing it for you.
Oh, okay.
When I'm driving in my car and the man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to drive my imagination.
Wow.
It's the next line.
It's the next line.
Yeah.
I definitely don't know this one.
No.
I don't think so.
It's a pretty popular song.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I don't listen. I don't follow, generational norms.
No argument there. Okay, Paul G, let's hope. When I'm driving in my car and the man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to drive my imagination. I can't get no. Boom. Yes, yeah. Satisfaction. Okay, you should have. Who sings it?
Stone.
Yeah.
Stones.
What year?
68.
65.
Damn.
65. 3 for 5 is not bad, but you didn't get the one
that
really
mattered.
Want to get. Yeah. Paul G.
I'm like Jason Bay. I hit the 3-run homer when they're down 12-2.
Yeah. Well, he's from Canada, so what the fuck can you do? Okay. So now all of you out there, you're going to be on the edge all week because I won't even know. Paul G usually gets in touch with me on Wednesday. He watches it just like you. He pauses. He does not cheat, and he'll tell me if he got that or not. We'll see if the streak continues or not. You might get DiMaggio. You already got DiMaggio's major league streak.
Yeah.
This might be where it comes to an end.
Man.
Okay, I'll be back once again.
No.
I had an Argy Bargy, but I have a new one. See you in a bit.
Hey, give us some of that giving it all to Jack. Give it some of that.
Welcome back, Argy Bargy, where I bitch about something. And I'm bringing up sports again because this hit me hard. Let me just go. I'm a sports fan, and I don't know why the fuck I am. Let me give you. I have 5 teams that I follow real close. The Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. I grew up here. Their last postseason win was in 2016. The Pittsburgh, I have Steelers season tickets. The Penguins that I had season tickets for 25 years, no, 30, until just this year I finally gave them up. Their last postseason series win was 2018. The Pirates that you had season tickets for a while, as did I. I finally gave them up, but I still go down. I watch every game. Their last postseason series win, 1979. Okay. let's move to college sports because I like
no.
college sports. Those of you that watch know I went to Kent State, and I've remained true blue to them. The Kent State football team, who for the last 2 years has been well documented the worst team in the fucking country. This past year, they were the only Division I team not to win a game, and they played one team that won Division I, and they fucking beat them. They won the MAC conference one time. When was that? 1972. 1972. So we're going to basketball. This is the only thing I have to hang my hat on. They're the best of all these, and they are painful to watch. They're on tonight. Yeah. And my wife said, we watched, and I said, I hate watching them. I mean, they've even won 5 in a row going into tonight. Oh. But they're painful, and I'm going next week. Yeah. But they're painful because they just try to fuck up as much as they can. Yeah. Anyway, their last NCAA tournament win, 2002 against Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they made it the elite, that was their last win. Yep. But, okay, they're a smaller school. They're not supposed to. But just to give you my pain, last year they were in the MAC finals. They were seeded 8th. They beat the 1 seed. Then they beat the 4 seed. Then they were playing the 2 seed. They take a 1-point lead with 4 seconds to go. And the one guy doesn't know the score, and he fouls down the far end. They had to go the whole length of the court. They had the game won. They foul, and he makes the 2 foul shots, and they lose and don't make it to the tournament. Yeah. So why am I bringing all this up? This past week, I got into the hockey 4 Nations tournament, and USA, and they started off so good. They beat the fuck out of Finland, and they didn't beat the fuck out of Canada, but they had things under control. And then they played Sweden, and it didn't really matter because they were already ahead. And then last night, after beer night, I go home, half fucked up. The game goes into overtime. I'm barely awake. And, of course, Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, I don't know everything about hockey, but I know it as it relates to basketball, and they have a lot of things. Connor McDavid's wide open, 25 feet in front of the net, wide open, nobody on him. The best fucking player in the world. Yeah. Of course, he buries that motherfucker. Yeah. And once again, another one of my team loses. I just don't know why I do this. I must be a glutton. My teams lose and lose and lose and lose, and I don't know what to do. Write Dear Tiny and tell me what the fuck to do. Maybe I'll write Dear Tiny because I don't know. My teams all suck. That's my Argy Bargy.
All you want is back to the weekend. Time to name that song.
Welcome back, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. A lot of shit happened while we were off there for just a little bit. Yeah. I thought I could make it all the way through without peeing, but I was wrong. And then Tiny came up with a great thing to bitch about, and then that got shut down by his wife. He can't do that, so you won't be able to hear that next week unless we somehow sneak it in there. Yeah. And then some strange dude came to Tiny's house. Like I said, this looks like a big-time studio, I know to you, but really it's just a fucking garage. And when weird people walk by you, you got to wonder. But anyway. Yeah. We got Would You Rather, and this Selena Gomez versus Miley Cyrus. Yeah. Our votes actually count. Wow. Now, I let him go first, so my vote may not, or it may be the deciding vote. Wow. I don't know that, but I will say one thing. We didn't get the most votes of all time, but because a few of my regulars didn't come through. Didn't vote. And then my guy that runs the bar, he didn't come through. So we didn't get the most votes, but we got the most comments of all time. How about it? So we better get to this right away. It's Selena Gomez versus Miley Cyrus. Who would you want to have? And if some of you, once again, I say this all the time, like you sent this out to your buddies and no one voted again, right?
Not exactly. They
Oh, okay. Is that what you were going to talk about? Yeah. Well, go ahead. You might as well talk about it now.
So I sent the picture out that everyone's going to see. And these are the folks, as you may recall from last week with Sierra.
And, we're redneck motherfuckers.
Yeah. I think we should. We could. There's 3 of them, so maybe we could refer to them to the KKK. Maybe I don't know, but
plus 1 because there's 4, and they're all your buddies.
So I sent the Selena and Miley, and I'm just going to read it.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Epstein. Since the one on the left is clearly underage in that photo, and the one on the right looks like a porcupine girl, if she had all dicks sticking out of her that were stuck in her, she'd look like a porcupine. I'll go with C, none of the above.
That's a sick motherfucker. We don't give names. I almost want to, but no.
What makes me laugh is he talks about Mr. Epstein, he's implying that Selena Gomez's photo is when she's underage.
And it
There's
wasn't.
way.
No,
No
I
way.
know. I
No
know.
way.
I know.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, to combat that, one of our good friends that we used to play hoops with that will never come drinking with us anymore, he right away said both. And he said menage a trois, and he spelled it right because he used to work for a French company. I can't mention his name, but yeah, he spelled it correctly, and he wanted both right away.
Good for him.
So, okay, we got a close battle, but let me read the comments first. And remember, these aren't from us.
Right.
These are from you, the home viewer. These first group are the ones that voted for Selena.
Mm-hmm.
Selena, not a fan of tattoos on a girl's chest. My apology to Tiny. Now, I know you have tattoos all over the place. Do you have do you like them on a girl's chest?
Oh, I love them.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like the chest plate on top, and I like the ones with the under boob too.
Okay.
Like, oh,
All
yeah,
right.
no doubt. Love it.
But I think, okay, I was thinking about this today. I was at LA Fitness this morning, and there's this woman I really like that has tattoos all over, but she's hot. Yeah. Like, if you're hot with tattoos, you look good. If you're shitty with tattoos, you don't look so good. I'm not sure the tattoos have a whole lot to do with it. The only thing is, if they have tattoos, you figure out they must do it, right? Okay, well, let's move on because there's a lot here. Selena, Miley, too butchy looking these days. Okay. This one said, Selena, my childhood celebrity crush.
Wow.
Well, so that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Selena seems cool. Miley's voice would make me want to kill myself. That's pretty strong. Don't go to Hong Kong. Someone else will kill you.
She's not one of those vocal fry people, though, is she? I don't think so. Anyway.
Selena, Miley's way too strange.
Okay.
And Selena, Miley looks like she would want something I would not be able to deliver, and then she would beat me because of it. So those were for Selena. Yeah. Now these are for Miley. Mm. 3 people said this. Miley in their current condition.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think they would have gone with Selena in the picture you put out, but she has put on a few kilos here as of late.
Oh, is that true?
Oh, yeah. Okay. This person says Miley, she's a little freak. See, some people didn't take her because she was like that. And now this person wants her because of that.
Yep.
This guy said, normally I like brunettes, but Selena's put on weight and Miley is a fellow hillbilly. And he is from Asheville, so he is a little bit of a hillbilly.
Yep.
Well, this one says, give me Miley, I have all my vaccinations. Like I said, we haven't even got to the good ones, and these are pretty good. Yeah. Miley, her body hasn't changed, and she seems like an Energizer bunny. And yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you'll know who this one's from. Like I said, we do not mention names. Yeah. But this is a pretty good one. He said, tough one. Selena has the supple caramel skin, but she might be a bit boring. I'll have to go with Miley. She's a bit crazy, which makes it interesting. Mm-hmm. She seems like she would like 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink while I suck those perky titters.
Whoa, that's a good one.
I think that's his best one ever. Oh, yeah.
How about it?
Good job.
Yeah.
We won't mention names from York, PA. Okay. This is a different spin.
Oh, man, we're loaded.
We are loaded. He said, as much as I like the ethnic women, I think I have to go with Miley. She is a type of crazy that I think really translates well in the bedroom. Selena has been putting on weight in some misguided attempt to promote her feminist agenda. And I just don't think I can get behind her. See what I did there? He said on this one. So he couldn't get behind her on that. Okay, I still have 2 more. I ran out of room, so but this merited this, and this one,
jeez, oh man.
Yeah, this is a comment to adore, which is always good, but he gets his own card this time. For some reason, Selena just doesn't seem to perk up this old pecker. Remember, we don't say this.
Right.
You people do.
Right.
Miley could light my candle. The fact that she posed topless, is not afraid to talk dirty, and is very open about what she likes, who she likes, and where she likes to do it is a pecker upper for me. And in that, she says she is pansexual and gender fluid. Probably would put my love lance into premature mode and make me dribble all over her mound, her love mound.
Wow.
I don't even know what the fuck pansexual is, but if Miley likes it, then it's fine with me. That's a comment to adore.
That's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
We still
got Mr. Harrelson. Still got Mr. Harrelson. Mr. Harrelson said, even though she looks like she's jailbait in that photo, I'll take Gomez.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was on Barney and Friends. As a child, I'd show her my Stegosaurus and go all reptilian on her ass. I couldn't stand to see Cyrus do her twerking. It makes her ass look like an amorphous blob of silly putty that's ready to swallow a log of bologna. It might be she twerks to jettison her cum dumper of a twat. It would probably look like a can of Cool Whip exploding. So those all came from you. This is why this is my favorite fucking. Yeah.
Wow.
So now we get to the two boring people, me and you.
Right.
Like I said, it's close. These votes will count.
Listen, I don't have anything. I can't add to anything that's been said. The crazy factor. I mean, look, aside from the thing that all women are fucking crazy, I think Selena is actually a worst kind of crazy. So I went with Miley. She'd be the good F crazy.
Okay. That ties it up at 28 apiece.
You're kidding.
28 apiece.
Holy shit.
So it comes down to me.
Wow, we haven't had this in forever.
No, I know. I'm so excited. I almost don't know which way to go. And I usually like the brunettes also. Too. But Miley's just you just have to. You have to see what it was like, because it would be weird and fun and crazy, and you don't know where it would go, but you just have to try that. That. So,
wow,
by 29 to 28 in a big comeback, because at one point Selena had about a 7-point lead.
Okay,
Miley comes back and takes it because of us. It's nice that our vote to count.
It hasn't happened forever.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Miley moves on in the tournament that we may or may not have, but I think we may. But I say that every week. Okay, we'll be back with Samurai Chatter.
Well, I believe in UFOs. That's what gets me every time.
Usually we go too quick then.
Let's decide and go
Take a little
back.
time because we don't get to hear the music that probably gets us put off the fucking air.
Yeah, right.
Yes, maybe that's good. Okay, in Samurai Chatter, this is the week. Some weeks we do non-sexual would you rathers, but these are 4 questions that I took from the internet somewhere, and I did give these to you.
You
right?
did.
Yeah, okay. And you're going to get to know Tiny and I up close and personal, but it doesn't just have to be about us. You feel free to answer these questions yourself, and you can even pause and say something really fucking funny and laugh and think, boy, this is a fun group project. And then if we're pretty shitty, which I'm guessing we will be, we're not going to be able to top that. Maybe Would You Rather we should move till the end, because that was probably our best Would You Rather of all time.
I agree.
So be ready to be disappointed here, people. How about that? Okay. First question. What do you understand today that you didn't understand 5 years ago?
Yeah. Beavers are nocturnal.
Is that true? And you didn't know that? You didn't know that 5 years ago?
See, Zelda agrees.
Yeah, Zelda does. Zelda's a living legend.
Yes. Yeah. No, because we didn't start fighting that beaver dam till about 5 years ago. And, the game commission didn't give a fuck. And a couple of the Amish guys wanted to come and take the pelts and whatever. But yeah, no, we started fighting them actually it was 4 years ago we started fighting, but I think we're winning the war finally.
Are you?
We are, I think.
But do you have to go out there at night, or what's the deal?
Well, no, we'd break it down during the day. They'd build it back up at night. We'd break it down during the day. Yeah. The only reason we're winning is because we tore it down and we got a real dry spell. And so there was no running water. The running water is what they hear and go and build things back up.
Okay.
So,
okay.
There you go.
That's good. That's good. Me, what do I understand today that I didn't understand 5 years ago? Well, first off, I at least now I'll know what a podcast is. I had no idea 5 years. I didn't know that 2 years ago, actually. But now I know what one is. I don't know how to do it very well, obviously, don't I? But I do my best. Yeah. Well, maybe. And the other thing that I didn't understand 5 years ago that I do now, women, I totally understand them now. You believe that shit, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Question number 2. Have you ever felt trapped? Have you ever felt trapped?
Every fucking day. I'm trapped in a marriage of convenience. I'm trapped at a dead end job, and I'm trapped doing a fucking podcast. Every fucking day I'm trapped.
Boy, I have all those too. No, have I ever felt trapped? It was that time I was walking in the woods and I got caught in a bear trap. And all these women hunters just had their way with me for a long fucking time. And yeah, even though it was fun, I did feel trapped a little bit. So that's when I felt trapped.
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. This will be good. This will be good. What has been on your mind most lately? Once again, you remember you can play at home here. What's been on your mind? Yeah. While you're watching this, that's what the fuck's on your mind. Why are we doing this? That should be what I say, but I have a different answer.
Yeah. How to manage my time more efficiently. I've been wasting a lot of time lately. I need to.
Lately? I've known you for 20 years. You've been pretty good at that the whole time.
Yeah, it's something, with the weather. Hopefully the fucking weather changes where I'll need to be doing stuff outside. I need to become a little more efficient and stop wasting time.
Okay. I have two things. One, I am just so wondering what'll happen with Travis and Taylor. It just, I just think about it all the time. Will they stay together? Will they get married? Will we hear a song about it someday?
Pray for
Even
them.
though I've never heard a Taylor song in my life and wouldn't be able to recognize one if I did. But yeah, that just has me. And then the other one is, I just wonder about Meghan Markle's new company. Her and Huckamuckfuck, I just worry so much.
Is this the jelly company still?
Yeah, and she came up with a new branding.
Oh, Jesus.
And I swear to God, I read this today. The logo was in so much for Huckamuckfuck.
Yeah.
And it had some it was the most boring logo. See if you can find this and put it up for them. And they talked about it. They talked for paragraph about, it's so much about her Huckamuckfuck because there's 2 palm trees in the damn thing. And she's selling what, jelly or jam?
I think it's jelly.
Yeah, and some other bullshit.
Right.
But yeah, I sure wonder about that.
Yes.
I sure hope that company does well because I would just be so disappointed if she fell flat on her fucking face. Okay. I had a lot of different answers to this next one, and we'll see where you're going with this. Where would you like to go?
Oh, well, I think we talked about this last night. Birmingham, England. The Black Sabbath concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about some old Transylvanian brain freeze. I thought, is it like Hong Kong? Do they
no, I'm not going.
You're not going to Hong Kong. No. And neither will you guys.
But for those that don't know, this summer, July 5th, Black Sabbath is playing their final show with the original 4 members, where they're all back where it began, I think is what they're calling it, because they're all from Birmingham. So it's a who's who of music that I like as far as who's opening and whatever. I'm hearing different things about what Ozzy's all capable of doing. And my guess is he'll do 2 or 3 songs and then they'll have a bunch of stand-ins for the rest of the set.
But you told us last night that you're not going to go now, right?
I couldn't justify the cost.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
Shit. With all the money you waste? This is fucking child's play for you.
Wait, where do I waste money?
On your $80,000 toy that, by the way, he took it back to the place, and it's going to cost him, I'm going to guess, another $20,000 that his wife doesn't even know about yet. Well,
she'll never find out because she's like she's 20 episodes behind,
okay,
so
yeah.
she'll never figure
All
out.
right. What would this cost you? Like $7,000?
Not quite that much.
Well, fuck, you got that.
Good. You give me some money.
Yeah,
I
will.
I'll put a change jar in the front. We can see how many donations we get for donate for my traveling expenses.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, mine's not quite as. This is part of. We talked about setting the bar low, right?
Yes.
And
we've met expectations.
You're right. But here's the deal now. I've been wanting to do this for. I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame several times, but I've wanted to go back, and I still do.
Never been.
Haven't you? Oh yeah, you should fucking. From here, it's what, an hour?
Hour and a half.
Yeah. I really want to go, but now here's my problem. This is where the bar got set up a little high. I've talked before about my obsession with this Cleveland DJ that she does from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
But now if I go, before I'd just go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and have the time of my life because I really, really like it there.
Yeah.
But now she's not there. It's going to piss me off. And I don't know how to find out if she's taking a day off or not. Right. I have no idea. But yeah, I'd kind of like to say hi to her, but I don't know. So if I go in there now and she's not there, I'm going to say, fuck, why did I come all the way? Yeah, it will be. And it shouldn't be like that. But I want to go to the Hall of Fame when she's there.
Right.
I don't want to go to the Hall. I mean, I'll still like the Hall of Fame, but yeah,
sure.
It would be better. So Rachel Steele, if you can let us know when you're going to be there. So I can go to the Hall of Fame and still meet you.
There you go.
Okay. You got anything else?
No. I gave the stats about 250,000 views. So that's
that's
say
right.
That again.
Yeah.
We've achieved 250,000 views on YouTube. That's our new achievement. That's it.
And that's on Spotify, and you can now watch it on Spotify.
Correct.
Right?
The video is on Spotify.
Okay.
And however you get your podcasts, if you don't have video, the audio will still work. So.
Okay, and they always say that on TV. Find this wherever you find all your other podcasts. Mm-hmm. Well, what if I don't have any other podcasts? How the fuck do I find that?
I don't know that.
Me either. All right, well, we always give you a quote, and it's Stephen Wright's turn.
Nice.
We go between Stephen Wright and Yogi Berra and Rodney Dangerfield, and it's Stephen Wright's turn. And Stephen had this to say. If Barbie is so popular, why do you have to buy her friends? For a pretty good point there.
That's a good one.
Okay, so that concludes. We want to thank you. We are the hardest working podcast in 4 states. We are 720 pounds, probably more than that after yesterday, of podcast proclivity. We are, what the fuck else? We are the only Category 5 podcast, and we are one of the few, matter of fact, I'm changing this. We are the only immersive podcast in the Mid-Atlantic states. Now, the rest of those Mid-Atlantic states, they might be okay podcasts, but they're not immersive. No, they're not. And let's see if I can remember this. We are the patron podcast of the Church of Laughter from the Czech Republic and women that do twat thrusts. And we're looking for more. So if you have a cause out there, we'll be happy to help. And other than that, because we're the hardest working podcast in 4 states, we will be back next week with number 93. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you then.